So, do you like drinking other people's pineapple kuka? Huh, you little rascal? I have a lot of experience mentoring little guys like you.
Shut up, shut up.
Don't try to fool me.
With your dirty leprechaun tricks.
Will a leprechaun be recognized?
When I see one.
And are you one of them? You're not going to fool me by saying you're a kid or something like that.
You stole my pineapple kuka and you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay. Shh, shh.
Just enjoy the show. I have here the instruments I usually use to torture. A los calaña. To use? The katana? No, it's too strong. He'll die instantly. The gun? No? The small katana? I'll leave it as a possibility. Because it's extendable, right? Butterfly washers, right? The ancient gear golem? Do I need something stronger than the ancient gear golem? Not too powerful? Or maybe I should make him play Pokemon Shield? No, even a goblin doesn't deserve that. A firecracker for him, maybe? Oh, a pencil. I'll leave it as a possibility. Perfect. Now you're really going to... Is this it?
The spoon? The spoon?
Have you
Gotten away?
You got away because I have to record a video. But as soon as I'm done, I'll come here. You'll never steal a pineapple soda again. Stay there. I still have soda. Stay there.
I'm Belfi, your trusted whistle inspector and goblin slayer. And in today's video, I'm going to give my point of view about something I've had an opinion on for quite some time now. Specifically, since I caught up with One Piece back in 2017. It's about the swordsman Roronoa Zoro. You're so handsome, man. As you can guess by looking at the title and the thumbnail of this video, I'm not exactly too happy with the changes that were made to Zoro after the time skip. I'm not saying he's a bad character now, just that his changes seem unnecessary. And from my subjective point of view, they took away a big part of the character's essence, which I'm going to explain next. This is something that especially hurts me because Zoro was my favorite character in all of One Piece by a landslide, which is something you can confirm by listening to how I've talked about him on other occasions. My love for Zoro is only surpassed by the love that the damn Doflamingo got, Endres Rosa. The connection I have with this guy is so strong that we even share the same damn birthday. It's crazy. But anyway, I'll get to the explanation. Otherwise, I'll go off on a tangent like always and you'll get mad at me. So, without any more filler, let's get to the video. Okay, first of all, why do I say that they took away Zoro's essence? It's very simple. It's true that throughout the story, Zoro has always been a very strong character. No one doubts that. Even if you pay a little attention, you'll notice that, especially at the beginning, Zoro was so far above most of the antagonists that kept appearing, that Oda had no choice but to nerf Zoro himself, making him constantly injured, or that his rival to defeat was literally impossible to cut unless you knew the method to do it. The thing is, Zoro never stood out just for being powerful, but for being a guy with an unbreakable will. On a personal level, one of the reasons I like Zoro so much is because his whole life, before the time skip, it's basically an analogy for all the obstacles anyone would encounter on their way to achieving a goal or dream.
Suppose that...
A government giraffe hitman isn't suddenly going to show up to kill you, but in the end, it's still a metaphor for a problem that anyone could encounter along the way. For example, death bones. A guy whom Zoro couldn't defeat in any way unless he first learned the specific technique to do it. This can be extrapolated to any limitation you might have yourself. which prevents you from achieving your goals. But with effort, research, and dedication, you can eventually overcome it. This topic is difficult to explain to someone without passion or a clear dream. If that's your case, the day you pursue any goal, you'll realize that at times it feels like the whole damn universe is conspiring against you. Then you'll remember my words and understand why so many of us have a special connection with characters like Zoro. But all of this has been lost.
Cheer up!
I'm going to describe Zoro as he is now, an extremely cool, badass, and attractive guy. He crushes anyone who gets in his way. If he doesn't defeat them, it's only because Zoro doesn't want to. We've never seen him use full power after the time skip since his fights get interrupted or for other reasons. Any narrative device is valid. A guy who, in short, is a power fantasy. Someone perfect for you to fantasize that you are him and that everyone falls at your feet because you're just that awesome. Now, what I'm about to say is pretty intense. Have you ever stopped to think that this description I just gave of the current Zoro could also perfectly apply to Kirito from Sword Art Online? That's why I say that the essence of that Zoro, who in short was like a fly breaking glass with his head, is no longer there. And all of Zoro's other qualities have been ignored in order to do so. A badass character, pretty generic from my point of view. Maybe a lot of people will try to justify this change by claiming that it's character development. Well, all the changes that Zoro went through were because of his 2 years of training, and I'm sorry, but no, this is a weak argument. Since even if we don't know all the details of Zoro's training, it's clear he focused on getting stronger and practicing hockey with Mihawk Judo. It's unlikely that something traumatic or remarkable happened to him during this time that would make him change so much. In fact, he's even lost it for the most part, although he still keeps a little bit of it. That very characteristic sense of humor that Zoro had before the time skip, a sense of humor that fit his complex personality, as Zoro is one of the most layered characters in One Piece. It was obvious that he could easily have his own sense of humor without compromising the rest of his character, so he could still be a believable character. In real life, some people are truly badass but still have a sense of humor. They're not robots. Zoro still occasionally has humorous moments, but they're very rare, and sometimes they're just reduced to the usual arguments with Sanji, which, I don't know, feel more and more forced to me. I'm definitely being a nostalgia fan in this video, my friend, but I can't help pointing out what seems obvious to me. I think he was the one who came out the worst after the time skip, since One Piece has a very curious paradox. While Luffy was the one who went through all the super traumatic events before the time skip, it was Zoro who became much more serious and edgy, while, well, for his part, Luffy is still exactly the same. Sometimes Zoro even scolded him like a father. This shows that Oda probably gave in to Toei and company to give these changes to Zoro, and in that way, turn him into a character. A lot more fan service than before. He always has his perfect bare torso. Ah, that's nice, man. They even gave him the same generic scar every character gets. So cool. Oda, please be less obvious. Still, I love you. I understand many of you may be skeptical about what I just said, and I don't blame you. I'd feel the same if a guy claiming to be a whistle inspector who kills goblins started criticizing my favorite character. Honestly, if you set aside your fanboyism for a minute, you'll see that what I'm saying makes sense, even if you don't agree. Anyway, I'll say it and I'll keep saying it. Zoro is the best. But I have to be true to myself, and if deep down I think that Zoro isn't the same as before, then I have no choice but to say it. I'll be patiently waiting for the moment when Zoro has epic moments like he used to have in the past, right now. Honestly, I haven't lost hope. Still, remember that this is just my opinion, which I won't deny is very subjective, and I will completely understand if most of you don't agree. But that's something you always risk when you share your opinion about anything on the internet. I just hope no one comes to my house over this video. Did you like the video? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to become a first-class yo-yo fan. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you like League of Legends, check out my new channel. Link in the description. Remember that on this channel, we're otakus, but the kind who shower and have a social life. And we'll see each other in the next videos. See you next time. subscribe to the